In J.R.R. Tolkien's epic fantasy series, The Lord of the Rings, Gandalf and Saruman, two of the Istari sent by the Valar to Middle-earth, have a critical confrontation at Orthanc, Saruman's stronghold in Isengard. Saruman imprisons Gandalf after Gandalf refuses to join him in a scheme to gain power using the One Ring. This event is pivotal in the narrative, setting off a chain of events that lead to many consequences in the War of the Ring. But I ask you this, what if Gandalf had won their epic duel? Exploring the potential outcomes if Gandalf had bested Saruman at Orthanc reveals significant shifts in the storyline and character arcs, impacting the fate of Middle-earth profoundly. If Gandalf had defeated Saruman at Orthanc, the immediate consequences would have included Gandalf preventing his own captivity, which would have allowed him to act swiftly against Saruman's plans and Sauron's impending threat in Mordor. Saruman, known for his cunning and strategic mind, had already begun mobilizing his forces in Isengard and forging alliances with dark powers. Defeating Saruman would mean neutralizing one of the significant threats to the free peoples of Middle-earth at a crucial moment. Gandalf, upon defeating Saruman, would likely take control of Orthanc. With Saruman subdued or captured, Isengard's resources, including its armory and the Palantir, would fall into Gandalf's hands. Gandalf's immediate priority would be to mobilize the forces of Rohan and Gondor. With Saruman out of the picture, King Theoden of Rohan, now free from Saruman's manipulative hold, could quickly muster his riders to aid Gondor. This unity would bolster the strength of the West against Sauron's armies. The Fellowship of the Ring, initially tasked with the mission to destroy the One Ring, would experience several alterations in their own journey due to Gandalf's early return and triumph over Saruman. With Gandalf victorious over Saruman, he might avoid the perilous path through Moria, finding safer passage through Caradhras as intended, avoiding the Balrog and thus preventing his ascension to Gandalf the White. However, assuming the Fellowship still ventures through Moria, Gandalf's escape from Orthanc might instill in him a greater urgency and perhaps a heightened sense of caution. The encounter with the Balrog could still occur, leading to Gandalf's transformation into Gandalf the White. The dynamics within the Fellowship would potentially shift. Gandalf's presence and guidance could possibly prevent Boromir's fall to the Lord of the Ring. Frodo and Sam's journey to Mordor would be more safeguarded, potentially altering their encounters and trials along the way. With Saruman's influence eradicated, Rohan would stabilize under King Theoden's rightful leadership. The Rohirrim could prepare for Sauron's advances without the internal strife caused by Saruman's machinations. Éomer, now free to act without obstruction or banishment, would be a formidable ally, enhancing Rohan's military response. With Gandalf's early intervention, Gondor would be better prepared for Sauron's onslaught. The critical battles at Osgiliath, Minas Tirith, and Pelennor Fields would benefit from the strategic advantages and reinforcements provided by Gandalf and the united forces of Rohan and Gondor. The siege of Minas Tirith would unfold with more coordinated defenses and a higher chance of early victories against Sauron's forces. Frodo and Sam's perilous journey to Mount Doom would be slightly alleviated by the overarching victories of the Free Peoples. Given that Gandalf is still with them at this point, he might have been able to even prevent Frodo's wound by the Morgul blade at Weathertop. Additionally, Gandalf's strategic insights might provide them with critical support, although their ultimate trial with Gollum would remain a personal and challenging ordeal. One of the greatest potential outcomes of this specific scenario for me being that if Saruman were imprisoned at Orthanc, it opens real possibilities for his eventual redemption or a deeper exploration of his fall from grace. Gandalf, embodying wisdom and compassion, might attempt to rehabilitate Saruman, although the likelihood of Saruman's repentance remains slim given his pride and corruption. With major threats neutralized, Middle-earth's post-war restoration would progress more swiftly. The Shire, spared from Saruman's destructive schemes as depicted in the Scouring of the Shire, would retain its peace and prosperity. The rebuilding efforts in Gondor, Rohan, and other regions would be more focused on development rather than recovery from the mass devastation. Gandalf's triumph over Saruman at Orthanc would have far-reaching effects on the narrative and the fate of Middle-earth. From immediate military advantages to profound changes in the political and cultural landscapes, this victory would significantly alter the trajectory of the War of the Ring and the subsequent restoration of peace. While the core themes of courage, friendship, and sacrifice would remain, the outcomes for many characters and regions would be more favorable, reflecting a more united and resilient Middle-earth. Thank you once again for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Your support means the world to me, and I can't wait to have you join us for our next adventure. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring the depths of Tolkien's rich universe.